Hi everyone, we are going to continue our learning on volume. So our learning goal is to write expressions for the volume of the rectangular prism. All we're doing today is just writing the expression. And if you remember, the different expressions that we use are volume equals base times height, and volume equals length times width times height. So these are the expressions that we're going to use over and over today. So I'm just going to copy this and bring it onto my next page. So this first one, I have to write two expressions that represent the volume in cubic units. So here this is. So I know volume equals base times height. And remember, base is that bottom layer within the figure. So I have two, what is that side going to equal? Well, I know that if this is 4, then this is 4, which means this here is also 4. I can now find out my base. 2 times 4 is 8. So I can say volume equals 8 base times height, which is right here, which is 6. Another way I can write this is using our other equation, length times width times height, and say volume equals 4 times 2 times 6. So those are the two different ways to write it. But what you need to be careful on your assignment today is they're going to give you 4 numbers like I have here, 4, 2, 6, 4. So they may try to trick you by including that extra side measurement. And really, you don't need this measurement here if we have it down here, because this 4 is just saying that this is 4, this is 4, this is 4. So it's really just an extra measurement to tell you the same thing. So a non-example, writing an expression that is not representative would be volume equals 2 times 4 times 6 times 4, because this would give us a volume that is way too much because we included this extra 4 here. So this here is a non-example, meaning it's not right. So let's go ahead and let's try this one together. So I'm actually going to go back and copy from the last slide our equations. So here are our equations. Volume equals base times height and length times width times height. Those give us the same exact thing. So the first thing I need to do is I need to figure out what my base is. So if this is 4, then this is 4, then this is 4. 2 times 4 is 8. So I can type in here, volume equals a base of 8 times my height, which is how tall it is, how many layers, is 3. I could also say volume equals my length, 2 times 4 times 3, length times width times height. Another way you can write it, if you want to get a little bit fancy, is using parentheses, because if you watched the order of operation video before this, you know that you have to solve what is in parentheses first. And so I could put my base in parentheses, so 2 times 4, and then say you have to multiply it by a height of 3. But the first two are all you would need to satisfy number 1. A non-example, remember, is something that is not correct. So volume equals length times width times height times an extra number, which, remember, this is trying to trick you because it included 2 4s. So really, you would not need this extra 4. So this one here is not correct. It's that non-example. So I want you to try this one. Go ahead and pause your video, and as soon as you think you've got it, come back and hit play. All right, welcome back. Let's try to solve this together. So the first thing I need to figure out is what my base is. So if this is 4, then this is 4, then this is 4. So I need to do 8 times 4 to figure out my base. Well, I know that 8 times 4 is 32. So up here, I can start with volume equals base of 32 times 6. And because we're just writing the expressions, I don't have to solve that right now. So volume, if I'm going to do length times width times height, is 8 times 4 times 6. A non-example, again, is something that is not correct. So in this case, I'm just going to do what I have been doing and put the 4 numbers. So volume equals 4 times 8 times 6 times 4. That is our non-example. All right, I would like you to try this one. All right, welcome back. Let's solve it together. All right, the first thing I have to figure out is the base. So if this is 3, then that is 3, then this is 3. So 4 times 3 equals 12. So up here, I can say volume equals the base of 12 times the height of 9. Or I can say volume equals length times width times height. A non-example, remember, they try to trick you with adding 4 numbers. So volume equals 3 times 4 times 9 times 3. That one, again, remember, would be in